Hi, it's Michael, and thanks for joining me here for another video from ReplicaAirguns.com. And in this video, we're going to take another look at this EKOL Volga. I did a quick overview video of 3 EKOL guns, and those guns were the Volga, the EKOL, and the Jackal Duo. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure to check that one out as well. We're going to focus in on the Volga today. And this is one of the smaller EKOL guns. There's the Volga, and then there's also a tuna version, which is very similar to this gun, but it's an 8mm version. So let's go over the specifications. Now this is a 9mm P.A.K blank gun. It's semi-auto only. Now this gun holds 5 rounds in the magazine. It actually holds 6 in the magazine, but you won't be able to put the magazine in the gun, and I'll show you later. But it holds 5 in the mag and 1 in the chamber, so it's a 6-round P.A.K blank gun. It's just under 1 pound. It's a front-firing gun with a semi-plugged barrel, and I'll show you that a little bit later as well. This particular model has the fume finish, so it's a two-tone. It's not exactly a satin or silver finish. It's sort of a charcoal type finish. It looks quite nice. And it's also double action only. I wouldn't say this is necessarily a replica, but it does look very, very close to the Tanfoglio GT27. Hopefully I said that right. And that is a 25 semi-automatic compact pistol. Very similar looking. So quickly let's take a look at what's in the box. Alright, so you get this little tiny box. Doesn't really need much. And of course it's padded. It's a padded box. You get your manual and your flare adapter, and they're wrapped in plastic. Now, I don't know. I can't say for certain if this came with a cleaning rod because I don't have it, but I may have just misplaced it. I'm not sure. So I can't confirm or deny that it comes or doesn't come with a cleaning rod. Again, in Canada, all of our blank guns, flare guns, come with the flare adapters, and this is a regulation because they have to be sold as either starter pistols or flare guns, and so that's what their usage is. They're not considered replicas here in Canada. So let's take a quick look at this gun, the different sides. On the side here you can see there's not a lot of controls on this gun, but on the left side you basically have your safety lever. On the right side, there really isn't much in the way of controls or mechanics to this gun, although the shells do eject from this side. Here you can see there's a cutout there. Now on the top, of course, you have your sights, front and back, and your shell casing extractors on the top as well. On the bottom, you have your magazine release. Kind of an interesting place, but that's where a lot of these semi-auto small pistols put the magazine releases. And of course, in the front you have your barrel. Hopefully you can see in here, you can see that there is a rod that goes down the barrel, and that is to prohibit any type of projectile from coming out the barrel. Now I wanted to compare this EKOL Volga to another gun, the Zeraki M906, just so you can get a size comparison. Now the M906 is another very small compact blank gun. So you can see the side view, they're pretty close. I'm just going to overlay them a little bit so you can get an idea. So you can see here it's a little shorter, and even the handle's a little bit shorter with the exception of the magazine. Now you can also see here that the gun is a little thinner overall, especially in the slide area. And if you look at the tops, you can see it's definitely shorter. So it's a smaller gun, it's a little more compact, and it holds 1 less blank than the Zeraki M906. So we're going to field strip this gun now. The first thing you need to do is take the magazine out, and we're going to basically, I'm just going to pop this out from the other side. I just find it's easier to push that through, and then just take this piece out here, the safety out, and you'll see this pops in here. That's going to make putting it back in a little bit difficult, but I'll show you a trick on how to do that a little bit later. Slide goes back and up, and you're essentially apart. Now there's this little rod in here as well that you can take out. You can take out the actual spring as well, and that's pretty much it. There's your gun, it's all apart. Nice slide. It's all metal. This gun's all metal, by the way, with the exception of a few parts. Now to put it back together, you put your rod back in, your spring back in, Once you get this lined up, fairly easy. Back and forward. Now it goes back really easy. That part's easy. The difficult part is just getting, now I'll show you, the difficult part here is just getting this forward. And what I found is you just use like a little tool. Now once you get that in there, it actually holds this forward, and then it makes putting this back in a lot easier. So you can see that it just drops in once you get the, now you could use a pair of needle nose pliers as well, but once that's in, then you can pull that out, and then you can actually, the gun's pretty much back together now, okay? Put the magazine back in. Now one of the last things I wanted to show you is that when you load this gun up, so here's your magazine. I've got 6 blanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see here that 6 go in the magazine, but the problem is you just can't get it in all the way. And that's because some of the mechanical parts inside here, the bolt itself is inhibiting you from putting the magazine in all the way. So you literally have to take a round out, and then you can see the magazine fits in. So that's kind of one of the unusual parts about this gun, is that the magazine holds 6, but it only really allowed to put 5 in there if you're going to use it. And the second thing that's a little unusual, you just unload this magazine. Okay, empty magazine. Is on your last, when you shoot your last round, magazine stays back. Unfortunately, it's really hard to get the magazine out unless you close the slide. And the only way you can really do that, because there's no slide release, is to just push down right here a little bit on the magazine, and then let the slide come forward slightly, and then let it go all the way. Once that's done, you can then take the magazine out. So keep that in mind. So in closing, I just wanted to basically say that it is a really nice compact blank gun if you want a compact gun for whatever reason, if you're going to transport it or carry it for some reason, if that's legal in your area. It's rather inexpensive, and here in Canada it sells for about just under $100. Now this gun performed really well when I tried it out. All the rounds I shot through it, I didn't have any problems with it. Fired them all. There were no misfires, no jams, no failures to load or eject any shells, so it worked quite well. And I do like the finish on this gun. I like the two-tone finish. It looks quite nice. I don't mind all black guns, I don't mind satin guns, but this is just something that's a little bit different, and it makes for a nice finish. The downsides, I guess, to this gun is it has limited capacity, so only 5 P.A.K blanks you can put in this gun at one time, plus 1 in the chamber, so you could put 6 in here. Now the trigger pull is a little bit tough on this gun, so it's working in. It was really stiff at first, but it is getting, you know, it's actually gotten a lot better, I have to say that. It was quite heavy, but it is working in. So if you get yours and it feels really heavy, you just might want to work it a few times to get it worked in. So just keep that in mind. The trigger pull initially for me was quite heavy. And really, other than the magazine locking back and being a little bit difficult to manually move forward and eject the magazine, that's the only other peeve I really have about this gun. But overall, I think it's a great gun. If you're looking for a nice compact blank shooter, then this is definitely the way to go. So thank you again very much for watching my videos. Appreciate everybody's comments, posts, everyone who subscribed. Don't forget, to the end of February the 28th, 2011, I'm having my 500th subscriber contest. So anybody who wants to get on that, check out that particular video to see what the contest rules are. And also don't forget, I have a shooting video for this gun, and I also have another video that I cover the 3 EKOL guns, the Jackal Dual, the Dickel, and of course this Volga. And I don't remember exactly what I covered, but I may have covered some other points in that video, so make sure to check out those videos as well. Take care, and see you next time.